Good evening to everyone. My name is Viveka, studying in 10th standard in Sri Mahadeva International School in Porto. So I was attending the Viveka 100% memory from last 10 years. Now I am going to do the chapter of biology, our environment. So you have heard that in your house, your parents would be telling that we are not living in a globalized environment, and the environment now is not very good as compared to the last old ages environment. So let's see the components of the environment. So there are different types of components. First one is biotic components. Living organisms are considered as biotic components. Example are humans, animals, birds, etc. Non-living organisms are also known as abiotic components, like things which we see around us. For example, if we take chair, table, pencil, pen, these are all considered as abiotic components because they are not living. And then producers, which are known as the organisms which capture the sunlight to prepare their own food, is known as producers. Consumers is the second one, and these will intake the food produced by the plants and then decomposes. The example for decomposes is when we bury the food prepared by the consumer or prepared by the producers, it will get decomposed. This is known as decomposition process. So let me take an example of a garden. There are different types of flowers like hibiscus, rose, sunflower, lotus, and many other plants. These, and there are also some more examples like forest, ponds, lakes, etc. These are considered as natural ecosystem, and the garden is considered as man-made ecosystem. This is the difference between natural and man-made ecosystem. Next, we will go to the food chain and wells. Food chain means an organism which will eat another organism is known as food chain. If we take an example of a grass is eaten by a deer, and deer is also eaten by tiger or lion. This is known as food chain, and the branching series of these food chain can also be created as a web series. This is called as food chain and webs. Next, if we go to the causes of affections, there are two types of causes like ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer is very important for our earth. It is present on the higher most of the atmosphere. It will protect our earth from the harmful UV rays or ultraviolet rays from the sun. So the O3 is considered as ozone layer, and O2 is considered as oxygen in chemistry term. And when the UV ray falls on the ozone layer, then it will convert into O molecule, and then we will go to the waste disposal. Waste can be two types, like biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste, when the materials buried in the soil will replenish by itself, is known as biodegradable waste. And then non-biodegradable waste, the waste items which will not replenish in the soil, is known as non-biodegradable waste. For example, you will be visiting monuments or tourist places. There you might have observed that so many wrappers of biscuits, chocolates, and chips are all fallen over the ground. So this will not create a very good ecosystem. So there are some places like dustbins for us to throw the waste products. So this is also known as waste disposal. Now I am going to end the explanation here. Thank you.